Right then, so it's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so let's just jump back on the old pony and give it a go. What I want to start doing is recording my sessions in their entirety and breaking them down for my own benefit and for anyone else's benefit. And also, if anyone can tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I should be doing differently, then please feel free to let me know. How most of my songs start is with laying down a piano, so this is what I got. As you can see on screen, there is more to that than just that. And that's how that little jingle evolves. So after starting that, what I'll do is kind of left and right hand variation. So here we go. Even though my tracks start with some sort of piano melody at the start, whether the piano stays in the song or not is irrelevant. I just like to make the original arrangement on the piano because I think it's just the easiest and clearest to hear with no effects or dynamics or anything set onto it. So after the piano, I moved on to doing some orchestral. I tried some little violin stuff and little stabs. So here's them, and it progresses further. And then I tried to do like a first and second violin. Accompanied by and putting those two together really brings it out. What the fuck? Moving swiftly on, I added some bass and some cello to the mix. I'm fairly sure they get changed around or one of them gets taken out or something by the end of it, but anyway, that's how it goes. Moving on, this is me adding in the bass kick samples. Now, I do use samples much as everyone else does as well. These are Vengeance. I do have my own samples. I've got an electric drum kit and I've recorded pretty much every sound that comes out of that kit. So I've got a huge library of my own, I've got a huge library of other people's, and just a massive assortment of samples from everything. So these are Vengeance kicks, which I'm sure everyone has, or most people have anyway. The way these work is you'll take one that you like, maybe two, maybe three, and you'll make it more your own. So instead of just sampling directly and taking the kick for yourself, which I'm fine with, if you want to do that, that's your choice, it's not a problem. It's not something I like to do, it's not something a lot of other people like to do. But if you want to just take the sample because it's perfect and fits exactly how you want it to fit, then your choice, mate, carry on. But what I like to do is take a couple of samples of the same thing. So I'll take one or two kicks, maybe three, and I'll EQ them out. So I'll find one kick that's got a nice punch to it or something, and I want to keep that punch. So I'll flatten out the top and do like a bit of a roll off or something on the EQ, and then I'll keep that as like a low end to the kick, and then I'll add another kick that's got a nice mid or a nice high or both or something like that, and I'll EQ them out, and that's how that works. I do that for snares, I do that for hi-hats, I do that for everything. I also add different kicks in there all the time as well that are completely separate to the rest of the kicks, so it's more like a real kit. So there's a lot more difference in velocity, a lot more difference in the tone and the timing of it all and everything like that, like you wouldn't get in a sample. So it becomes more like a realistic drummer rather than a sampled drummer. So this is my experimentation here so far. You'll hear one kick, two kick, and then both. And you can really hear when both of them are in that there's something more there, there's something different, and it really makes it your own. There's a little bit of that higher register in there, and it becomes a whole new kick. And you can also bounce off the separate kicks. In there, there's a 1-2 arrangement as well, where it's bump bump bump, and it goes different. But anyway, here's the snares. You'll hear 1, 2, 3, and then all 3 of them together. There is a little reverb on one of them. So that's all of those put together. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I do this with hi-hats as well and a lot of other parts of the kit. So the hi-hats, I do a lot of hard panning, not too hard because you shouldn't, but some hard panning left and right with the hi-hats. And you'll hear again, first variation, second variation, and then the final. I added a open hat in the final. And anyone who makes electronic music knows exactly what a reverse crash sounds like. It's nothing new. And again, to state, a lot of this stuff is pretty dry. There's not really any effects, and it's all basic plug-in presets so far. Nothing's really happened apart from I EQ'd the percussion, the hi-hats, the bass, and the cymbals, and there's crash and rides in there as well so far, but they're not evident at the moment. And I've EQ'd some of the reverse crash, but not really any that's noticeable. And it needs echo, it needs stereo delays, and all of that fancy stuff eventually. So yeah, follow along with the series and see how it goes from here. This you will hear a quick sample of what the finished product sounds like, because unfortunately the DAW didn't take to the recording too kindly, and it's only got visual, no audio, so this is actually an overlay in case you didn't notice, but or an overdub. So what will happen in the next few episodes is it'll be like a live session, so I'll be dropping in and out of the session as it's happening. So you'll hear the music from the DAW, and I'll be able to repeat some stuff and show you what I'm doing and be a little bit more in depth with it. But anyway, this is just a pilot to see how it goes and carry on from there. Be sure to leave a comment to see what I could have done differently, or what you do differently, or how much it's helped you, or if anything's helped you at all in life. What's going on at home? Are your parents still together? Is there anything that I need to know? And just everything else that I'm doing wrong. That would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Be sure to check out my website for free music. And if anyone needs music tailoring, please let me know, and I will do my utmost to ruin it for you. So yeah, signing out. Check out the finished product. Not the finished product from this session, it's the finished product overall. It's just a quick snippet to see what you got to look forward to. It's a piece of shit anyway. So anyway, have fun. Bye.